Life does not wait for you to be ready or perfect. That's my topic today for the day. And that's the theme of my life. When I look back, this is how my life has followed. All the things that is attached to me, what I have done, my accomplishments and everything, it's by standing and saying yes, not knowing whether I'm ready or perfect for the occasion. That's how I became an actor. That's how I became a wife. And that's exactly how I'm standing here today on this platform. Just to go back a little, when I had become an actor, popular actor in the 90s, people would interview me and ask me, how did you know that you wanted to be an actor? When did you decide you wanted to be one? So I would very proudly say, when I was young and 20 and brash and confident, I would say, I always knew I wanted to be an actor. From age 5, age 10, I'm going to be this actress. And look at me, I'm here today, I'm an actor. Then I asked myself, really, at age 5, did I know that this is what it entails, the hard work and all that goes with it? Did I know I wanted to be an actress at age 5 and 8 and 10? How? It was because I was born in a family where my mother was a fantastic trained classical Bharatanatyam dancer who had big dreams for herself, wanted to be this great performer and perhaps wanted to be an actress herself of her times. But of course, life did not present those opportunities to her. She got married, had children. I was one of them, daughter. My mother said, I'm going to make you the dancer. I'm going to make you the actress. You're going to be the actress. So from the time I understood, I thought I'm going to be an actress. But was it my dream? It was an inherited dream. It was my mother's unfulfilled dreams laid upon me, which I carried forward. So even that was not me. Even that was given to me. My cousin was a very successful superstar of that time. So we would go to her location to see shooting. Me being 5, 6 on the set, the director would say, oh, we need a little girl on the scene. Let's take her. And that's how I was there before the camera for the first time in my life at age 5. Was it a manifestation? Dream fulfilled? Goals attained? No. That was destiny nudging, showing me the path. What is my participation? 5-year-old children, you know how they can be. They can shy away, hide behind their mamas. But I was there standing before the camera, confused, not knowing, smiling. That is me saying yes, without understanding anything. Soon after that, my mom passed away, and with her, it felt like my dreams went away. I was a young teenager, just about, and the worst teenager. All the issues that you read that can go wrong with a teenager went wrong with me. I looked at myself as not beautiful, the opposite of beautiful. Everything about me I disliked, I hated. No self-love, only self-doubt. Low self-esteem, no self-worth, nothing at all. So how can I present myself before people? I need to hide. I cannot show myself, I have to hide away. And my father's ideas fit in very well with mine at that time, because my father just wanted me to study, do well, get a great job, get married, be safe, be secure, settle down. And why not? It's beautiful. I can do that. It's easier to do that. I mean, easier or not, I don't know. I didn't explore that opportunity, but I thought it is possible. I continued doing that. Then, out of the blue, I got spotted by someone, a filmmaker, who approached my father and said, I want to launch your daughter. My father, who did not approve of the idea, but came to me and asked me or mentioned it to me. I immediately said yes. I fought with him. He resisted. But in the end, he gave up. And he said, do whatever you want. But can you imagine that girl? The reason I told you that I had that belief that I was not good enough and I want to hide away, but yet when the opportunity came, I said yes. I fought with my father and I said yes. So how did that happen? There was no positive self-talk. It was just an intuition. I was hiding away, because I thought I was not good enough. I didn't know how to make my dreams happen. I don't know how to go about my life. But when it comes to me, somehow I'm blessed. There is a divine intelligence or intuition or a guidance that makes me say yes. And I said yes. So this is me saying that even when I didn't think I was good enough, life happened to me and I went ahead with it by saying yes. But he replaced me. He rejected me after a few days of work. He said, she's not good. Now what would happen usually? The girl would say, I always knew I was not good. Now, well, he's told me, so I can now continue to study and become a doctor, maybe. But no, that gave me the catalyst. I said, now I will prove it to you. With this face, this body, this hair, I will be the best actor. I will show it to you. I'll show them and I'll show me. And I worked on myself the next 3 years while I was completing my graduation. My father was super happy. It just turned out well. And I prepared myself, and now whatever you can be ready, I was ready. But then what happened? Another challenge, another crossroad. No movies came my way, pressure from home, get a job, work, or I'll get you married. So I'm applying for all the jobs in the world. Air hostess, receptionist, anything, so that my father doesn't fight with me every day. And just like they say, life happens when you're doing something else. I was actually playing a game of carom board when that director called me. Not an established director, not an established production house, not an established actor, but I said yes. I did not research, is that launch worthy of me? Is it a good movie to be a part of? I do not know, but it came to me, right? I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to, what to, how to make my life open. But it came to me and I said yes. Good or bad, I don't know. I said yes. But you know what happened with my first movie? It became the biggest blockbuster of the year. That till today people say nobody has had that kind of a launch. It made me a star overnight. But did I say yes to the blockbuster? No. I said yes to that small, inconsequential phone call. Did I know how life would pan out? No. But I said yes. At the same time, I had a call from a Tamil film director. In my entire journey until that point, I never thought of myself as a South film actor. For me, it was Hindi because my cousin was always in the Hindi films. My mother always said, you're a Hindi film actor. It was Hindi films. So the South film director, it's not even a part of my road. Whole day I'm focusing here. When that came, where did that wisdom or that blessing or that good sense come to me? I said yes. And you know, that yes changed my life overnight. I got the best movies, the movies that I'm most known for came from South. It was not my plan. I didn't know where to knock. It came to my house. It came at my door. All I did was yes. So this has been the way, this is all without understanding. I'm putting these words today because I'm understanding how my life went on. Even when my marriage was fixed, I said yes to my marriage at the peak of my career. At that exact time, it was destiny testing me, sending me an opportunity with the biggest legendary superstar of that time. And they were asking me to delay my wedding date, but I had said yes to my marriage and I was excited. I let go of that, talking about possibilities, the spectrum of possibilities. Can you imagine if that yes had taken place, what would have life been? I do not know. But this yes gave me another entire full life. It gave me a life of family, love, people. Having lost my mother, I think my desire, the role to be a mother was the greatest role. This yes, for the world, they didn't see what this yes, they only saw I said no to something. They don't know because they see when you appear in the front of a magazine, cover page of a magazine. They don't know what life I created. New set of parents, new relationships. Mother, I became a mother and I did not say no to movies. I said yes to motherhood. I said yes to being a home person, a loving person. I show up for myself, for my children, for my family, for my friends. I created a safety net. I became so strong and I thought this is my life. It's going to go like this in my comfort zone. But no. Yet again, at a family lunch, I got offered a movie. Now, my yeses had to be a little bit, I cannot just say yes. It's not I'm saying yes only for myself. I'm making calls for my children. My entire focus was how to look after my family. Now this yes would take me away from there. I had to deal with that emotion. But tentatively, I said yes and yes and yes, because again and again, life kept on sending me opportunities. At the airport, I got spotted by a director. I did a movie post that. At a cinema hall, my old movie director's son was doing a small film. He spotted me in a cinema hall. I just said yes, and it rolled and rolled. Today, in my second coming, I've already had a career of 10 years. In the first inning, in the 90s, I had a 10-year career. Just to give you the perspective, in my first 10 years, I did about 55 movies when I left, out of which people know me for maybe 8 or 10 iconic films. But what about the other 40 films that I worked every single day of those 9 years? Were there misses? Were there wrong yeses? They were small yeses, but they were my daily yeses. Those movies helped me build my career. My career is not 10 film old. My career is, at that point, it was 55 movies in 9 years. Every single day I worked in all the languages, South languages and Hindi film. I went to a movie studio every day. People earn out of that. My staff earn. I made a living. I built my home. I bought my cars. I enjoyed success. Not because that one success that all of you know, but because of the 50 movies I did. It's the power of the small yeses that people don't see. The power of small yeses is my success. My first movie, which was a blockbuster, was a small yes. So it's the courage to explore possibilities, not knowing what the result is going to be, is my strength. I'm blessed with it, and now that I've understood. When I was 5 and 10, I said, yeah, I stood before the camera and I did. But now I'm 55. I can put a conscious thought to it. I can now build myself. I know what I'm gifted with. I can build upon. Now I practice and value small yeses on a daily basis. No matter what happens yesterday, this morning I will be on the yoga mat, because today is a new beginning. I focus on my mind on a daily basis, shifting my attitude, listening to inspiring leaders, inspiring myself by reading, shifting mindset, creating loving space, loving my dog, loving my children, loving my friends, loving my parents, learn to love and receive love and build that space, and focusing a lot on my body, well-being. Well-being is not just the shape of the body. Well-being is when you wake up and you say, it's a new day. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday. And last but not the least, but the first, is that I know that there is something that's coming my way, and I do not understand what it is, but I accept it, and with gratitude and humility. I've understood this. I value the comfort zone. Every time you cannot say yes. You may lose a lot sometimes by saying yes, especially when you've created a family. When you're single, maybe you're making those choices for yourself. But many times I had to say no to protect my comfort zone. But it only strengthens me that when that moment comes when I have to say yes and get into that zone, I leap with faith. I prepare myself so strongly to jump into the unknown, what you call the spectrum of possibilities, and into the darkness of the unknown. I jump in with faith, knowing if the result is glorious, then I shall accept it with gratitude. And if it is not, I will come back into my loving space, which is created by me every day, not seen by you. I redefined success, the meaning of success. Success, what everybody knows, what I understood, what I know, is when people see what you do, your accomplishments. They invite you, they clap for you, they see you on the cover of a magazine, the box office numbers, and they say, wow, she's successful. But you know what? Tomorrow they'll change your face on the cover of the magazine. It'll be somebody else. It's fickle. But I'm still living. I'm not gone with that magazine or that movie or that flop or that failure. I'm still alive. So my success or my sense of success is not based on your definition of me. It is how I wake up every morning, what life I've created around me, how happy I am to live my life in good health and joy is my success. So friends, all I would like to say is everybody gets that time to choose. And when you get to choose, choose courageously, choose boldly. And just take a flight. Just dive. Don't wait for all the correct informations to gather, to be perfect. You will never know. Some of the best planned movies of mine, none of you have ever seen it. And the ones which I did in the middle of the night, cursing the producer that he's not giving time to sleep, has hit the mark. You never know what is going to happen. So just dive into the blind spot with courage and faith. So that's what it is. Life happens. It doesn't wait for you to be ready or perfect. Just show up. And show up, I do, always.